In this video, I will show you advanced reference lines functionality in ShipConstructor 2014. Let us open planner group, for example, frame. Now imagine we want to place reference lines as baseline and center line in the view of the frame. First of all, we have to define proper styles of these reference lines. All commands for reference lines are grouped in production ribbon in production utilities group. There are 5 buttons related with reference lines, and one of them is datum line style manager. That's what we need at the moment. I will create new styles. First one I will call frame baseline, and we have to set it up. First of all, label, which you will see near the line. By default it's baseline, we can change it. Text height of the label and margin from the line, text style and position of this label, and we can define ticks which will appear on the line if we need any ticks. And I will define one more style. I will call it frame centerline, and I will change label to centerline. Now I want to place these reference lines in my drawing. First of all, I will make baseline style as current, and I will use command create datum line. I select transverse line, and you see this line on the screen. Then I will change current style to center line, and I will run create datum line command again, but now I will choose vertical. As you have seen, we can have some ticks on the baseline, on reference lines. I will go back to styles, select baseline style, and I will modify it. So if we need ticks on this reference line, we have to select location group from which ShipConstructor will take these ticks. You will see it later in the second part of this presentation. Reference lines can be used also in marine drafting drawings and can be automatically placed on the marine drafting views. Let's open marine drafting drawing. And I will show you how we can use these reference lines in marine drafting. First of all, we have to be sure that we have proper styles defined in style manager. In my case, I have 2 styles for the deck views, 2 styles for the frame views and 2 styles for the longitudinal views. Then, when we auto-create views in marine drafting, in settings we have group of settings related with reference lines. For the frame views, we can select style and position of this reference line, transverse line and vertical for longitudinal views, and for the deck views also longitudinal and transverse style. When we have made all these settings, we can start generating the views, and you see that views are generated already with reference lines, center line and baseline. Now we can update views, and we have placed our reference lines on the views. Now let us see what we can do with these reference lines. First of all, we can change the styles. Let us play with the frame baseline style. We can change the label, and we can set up the ticks, which I don't have at the moment, but I can switch on buttocks location group, and I will get these ticks on all baselines of this style in the drawing. We see the text of these labels looks a little bit too big. We can change it in datum line styles. From 200 to 100. And change it again. And now text looks okay. In the same way, we can show the ticks on the center line reference line. I will reduce the text size, and I will choose waterlines location group. And now we have these water lines on the reference line. What else can we do with these reference lines? We can stretch it, and you will see that we get more ticks when we stretch it or less. This reference line we can move, but only in the horizontal direction. We can change properties of each particular reference line. For example, we can change the size of the label text. And then with command datum lines remove style override, we can bring this reference line back to the database settings. Important to know that datum line styles are referencing to the location tables, to the location groups, which are also used in hull module for creating sections on the surfaces, and also the same location groups are used by the datum lines on the plate parts in structure module. So changing these location groups in one place can influence another disciplines. That's important to remember.